Good morning, AI. This is your Tiger Pride News, and I'm Jordan.
And I'm Haley.
Don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube and follow us on Twitter at Tiger Pride News. Now for your general school announcements.
Today for lunch we have buffalo chicken mac and cheese with a homemade dinner roll, steamed carrots, green beans, and fresh red and green grapes. Do you want the opportunity to get paid for going to school? Franklin Mint Federal Credit Union is now hiring for next school year. Pick up an application from any business teacher for more information. Ms. Meaner is looking for creatively driven students to join the yearbook staff next year. If you are interested, grab a yearbook application and put yearbook down as one of your classes during course selection. Yearbook apps can be found with your guidance counselor or Ms. Meaner in room 104. The annual AI Delmarva blood drive on March 28th is in the small gym. Students that are 17 years or older can sign up to donate in the main office. Each student will need to fill out a permission slip and appointment time and place it in the blood drive box. Students need to be at least 17 years old, weigh at least 110 pounds, in good health, no tattoos or piercings in the last 2 weeks of the state of Delaware, no sports or activities on the donation day. Did you know that a single car accident victim can require as many as 100 pints of blood? So if you're eligible to donate, please donate. Prom ticket sales start today for seniors. Tickets will be $90. All dues must be paid and obligations must be taken care of. Tickets will be sold during, I don't know when they're going to be sold. There are a limited number of tickets. Well, it didn't say that. I don't know. There are a limited number of tickets for sales, and you will be selecting your table when you purchase your ticket. If you are planning to bring a guest to the prom, please stop by room 154 and get a guest form. It needs to be completed and returned when purchasing prom tickets. Any questions, see Ms. Blake in room 154.
Any senior who has received a college acceptance letter or military commitment letter is encouraged to stop by room 202 to receive a special senior recognition gift. Students will also be entered into a raffle for special drawing to be held at the end of April. Students will be receiving one entry for each college acceptance letter they present. The more colleges you get into, the chances you have to win. Well, the more chance you have to win. Current 9th grade students interested in applying for early college academy. Should contact Ms. Abernathy in room 230 or download the application from our website. It's due March 16th. Are you tired of having nothing to do? Sorry, gotta be professional. Okay. Are you tired of having nothing to do after school? Are you looking to increase your physical activity? The spring sports season is now underway, and several teams are still accepting players. Whether you have experience or not, you are still interested in getting involved, then you should consider playing a sport. The only thing you need is a DIAA physical, and you can start practicing. The following teams are still looking for players: girls lacrosse, girls soccer, softball, boys tennis, and boys volleyball. Coaches' contact information is available on tigersports.com, or you can see Mr. Barr in room 117.
Prom tickets are going to be sold first block and after school in room 154, and the third lunch in the cafeteria, because we didn't know that before. Okay. Applications to take part in Tiger Pride News are finally here. Come down to room 104 and see Ms. Meaner for more details. If you want to be part of the Tiger Pride News team, please be sure to fill out your applications and add it to your schedule if interested.
We have a special video from none other than our TPN cast, me and Naya, and our special guest star, Kay Powell, for you guys. So let's check that out.
Hey AI, I'm Naya.
And I'm Jordan.
And we're here with Kay Powell to have a little Q&A about scheduling with a special focus on career pathways.
Wait, what is a career pathway?
What is a career pathway?
You gotta tell me.
All right, well, first of all, a career pathway is a graduation requirement, so let's make sure everybody remembers that. Secondly, what a career pathway is, it's an area of focus. Specifically, it's an area that a student will identify that they are going to take 3 sequential years of this particular course content area, and that becomes their area of focus. That is their career pathway. Here at AI, we're very fortunate because we have a plethora of career pathway options. This is what separates us from some of the charter and magnet schools where they have singular focuses or themes. So here at AI, you can take things like CAD, you can take CommTech, you can take accounting, banking, there's culinary, the list goes on and on. So career pathways are focused areas of study. You take level 1, level 2, level 3 in sequence. So either you start in your freshman year, sophomore, then junior year, or you start in your sophomore year, junior and senior year. Ideally, you'll knock it out as quickly as you possibly can because we don't want students having a graduation requirement lingering until the last year in their senior year, unless it absolutely has to be a 4-year course, such as math or English, etc.
Okay, so are there any changes?
There are, in fact. This upcoming school year, the 18-19 school year, we are converting one program. So our child development program is going to turn into a K-12 teacher academy. So all of our budding teachers that are out there, this would be a great opportunity for you to begin a program of study here at AI that would give you exposure to early childhood education. Ms. Sermer will be the instructor for this course. So if you're in early childhood right now, if you're in child development now, and you want to stay with it, please know that it's going to convert to a K-12 teacher academy. And if you're not in child development right now, this will be a great opportunity for you as we go through course selection with your counselors over the next 2 weeks to identify K-12 teacher academy as a good program of study for you. So that's one change. Then coming into our business department, we are bringing in business information and management systems. This will be for our students that have an interest or a passion for the business world. You want to get into identifying programs and softwares that are going to help you process and manage systems on a larger scale. This is a National Academy program, so it's very similar to our National Academy of Finance, which we started for this current school year. The cool thing about those two programs, the National Academy of Finance and the National Academy of Business Information Management, is those, I know it's a mouthful, but for students that are successful in these programs, you actually will finish the courses with certificates of completion, and there's partnerships with businesses nationwide, such as JP Morgan, just to name an example, where you're guaranteed an interview because you finished these programs. So not only will these programs satisfy graduation requirements here, but it also gives you a competitive advantage as you're competing for jobs and maybe for college acceptance as well. So that's a new change to our business program. And I'm happy to say that a third change for next year is we've been approved to offer an Air Force ROTC program. It's going to have a particular focus on aerospace science. So we're in the process now of identifying the 2 instructors. So we're going to have 2 Air Force instructors coming on board with our staff here.
You couldn't do that this year?
You won't be
It's
here.
been a long time waiting to get the approval, but we finally got approved this year. So for anybody that has an interest in aerospace science or any branch of the military in general, Air Force ROTC is going to be starting up with us for next year. We're optimistic that we're going to find 2 quality instructors. We'll be able to start filling the courses this year. And this will also be a career pathway opportunity for students as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Question about the childhood one. So you said next year it'll be, what, a K-12 teacher?
Correct. We're going to change it to a K-12 teacher academy, but we also recognize that there's going to be students that are in the child development program that might need to finish out. So for next year, there's going to be both sets of classes offered, but we won't be enrolling any new students to level 1 of child development.
Okay.
So if you're in child development, human development now, and you want to finish out that track, we'll allow you to finish out that track, but we won't be inviting any new students in.
Okay, so what if we want to take the new class next year, but we don't really want to be a teacher?
Well, I would question why you're taking that class,
Well,
number 1.
I want to be a pediatrician, so
Okay.
it's still around child development.
I would say, well then on that note, if you have the room in your schedule,
Mhm.
and this is just something you're curious about, that's one of the nice things about the block schedule is you probably will have room in your schedule to try something a little bit differently. But please know that if you are a junior or a senior and you're not a pathway completer, We will give preference to our underclassmen that are using these courses to complete pathways. So even though you want it, sometimes there's other priorities that we have to focus on, and that is making sure the students that need the class for graduation are getting the class. And then when there's room, we'll allow students like yourself who just want to kind of check it out an opportunity to schedule it.
Okay, makes sense.
Naya's sleeping.
I was
Putting her to sleep.
Well, I would like to ask a certain question about what's funny.
You? In general?
I would like to ask a certain question about your favorite career pathway.
Ooh, that's a good one. This is dangerous territory for me because there's a lot of great teachers here and there's a lot of great programs here. So to pick one, it's going to be kind of tough, but I would be, there might be a tie for me. I definitely like what is happening in CommTech. I think the interest within the student population shows that students are interested in the CommTech program. We had to add a second teacher to the program to make sure that we could accommodate the needs of the students. And then I have to say, I'm a big fan of what Mr. Byers does in CAD as well. I think those are two quality programs.
Well, we are all looking forward to the new additions to our course selection next year. And thank you for letting us interview you about the course selection. Have a great day, AI.
Today is Meme Monday, so you know what that means. Our meme is none other than the styrofoam head. Let's check it out. Oh, boy. Hey.
All right, well, that's a hilarious meme. So, yeah. Jordan, don't you agree?
Yeah, I agree. It was kind of corny, but it was funny.
It was hilarious. But that's all for today, so have a great day, AI.